That was so much fun.
We are live, everyone. We are live.
I rolled another nat one.
Oh.
Greetings. Jim fell asleep, and we're here now, but we did. So that is the thing that happened. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rolebold D&D, the Heckna campaign. You get smooth voice radio host Jim today instead of corner closet crackman Jim. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool.
We have to have a bit of variety, Jim, in our lives.
Yes.
Well, you know what, Jim? It sounds like you could probably use a little bit of W energy.
Oh no, it's already started.
You know what? You're correct.
What's that?
You're correct. Well, you see, W Energy is a very nice energy drink brand. You ever get tired of you can't find your flavor at the gas station when you go in? You're like, gee, I would like a Monster or some other competing brand of energy drink beverage. And you're like, gee, well, I sure wish that I could find a flavor that I would like for a cheaper price per serving. Well, guess what? W Energy is there, and W Energy will take care of you. I personally recommend the Dragon Fruit Lemonade flavor. It's really good, and it also works very well. I actually can't have a lot of it because it works very well. So if you want an energy drink that's strong and also cheaper than your regular energy drink per ounce, I believe it's about $1.50 per serving per 12 ounces. That's bigger than a Monster is. So there you go. You should do that.
Oh, wow.
You should hit exclamation point. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead with a bit.
I'd love to try it. If only there was some way that I could get it for like a discounted price when I first purchased.
Well, guess what? Not only do they do samples of all their flavors being Galaxy Grenade, which is a pomegranate lime, the Dragon Fruit Lemonade, which is a dragon fruit pink lemonade that tastes like, in my opinion, pink Starburst. And then they also have a green apple, which if you like green apple, that may be your thing. If you use code DOKOROJIM at checkout, you will receive 10% off on your entire order. And that's not just on W Energy either. That's on all of their shaker cups, all of their shirts, all of their hats, all of their hoodies. Their new hoodie is fantastic, by the way.
Now, Jim, what if energy drinks aren't really my style, but I do want a little bit of a boost?
Well, see, that's good because I also have a sponsorship with Player One Coffee. Now, what's cool about Player One Coffee, thank you, Staggerit, for the 3 months of Prime. I appreciate you.
Jesus Christ.
God, Jim.
Was I on your mic? Is that what happened? I heard myself.
I have no idea what happened there, but it got so echoey.
That's weird. Okay, maybe that doesn't happen again. Anyway, back to shilling. Player One Coffee. They have coffees that are flavored and that are really good at different roast levels. If you like that. If you don't like coffee, that's cool. I'm working on a tea sponsorship, so I will have all of the liquids, all of the caffeinated liquids.
I love that as a phrase that you say.
What?
You will have all of the liquids.
I will have all of the liquids, every single one of them. You want coffee? I got that. You want something that tastes like Starburst? I got that. Do you like tea? Do you like to sit in a room by yourself and drink tea out of a very expensive teapot that you bought in like 2016 and haven't used since? Yes. If you do, we'll have that soon. Hopefully. I'm talking to people. Anyway, to finish for Player One Coffee, if you want to try using Player One Coffee, flavored or unflavored, flavored or coffee flavored, use code DOKOROJIM. They have coffee flavored coffee. Yes, I know that's weird. It's like coffee inception. See, what happens is, so what you do, right, is you buy 2 bags of Player One Coffee using code DOKOROJIM at checkout for 10% off, and then you brew one flavor of Player One Coffee with another flavor of Player One Coffee. It's just science. It's just science. Player One Coffee. It's just science. There you go. That's the new thing I'm doing. All right.
All of the drinks you're sponsoring just science?
Yes.
I want that on a shirt. It's just science.
It's just science.
It's just science. Anyway, now that I've done that, let me read off my my delicious homies that are in the chat. Okay, the ones that make this thing possible for us to do. Hello, Stagaret has resubbed with Prime for 3 months. Give me your Bezos bucks, Daddy Jeff. Caveman Rob has resubbed tier 1 for 3 months. Give me your lower tier Bezos dollars, Daddy Jeff. Rose Venus has followed, and Smokering. No, it's Smokering Halo. Smokering Halo has followed. Thank you. Welcome to the Skeleton Army, and thank you for the subs. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Now, because we're an hour late, without further ado, Jask, what the fuck were we doing last time?
You guys had gotten the stick back.
Oh yeah,
and are
from the
trying-
Giant Man.
Mhm. And have retreated to one of the few places that you guys have any kind of privacy, which is the candy room in the hostile hostel.
Sweet, sweet.
The hostel?
Yep.
Bringing that
And-
joke back.
You guys were
Oh,
about
no,
to take a
it's so
walk up
long.
there. And I think that's where we left off.
All right, so who want to do what?
I've lost my pencil. Oh no.
Oh no.
Where's my pencil?
I ate it.
No, why would you do that?
I'm gonna go grab my water bottle real quick. Someone be entertaining.
No.
Oh, that's
No.
asking a lot.
We're just gonna be
Oh.
silent here.
Okay, so we've got the thing.
We have it.
Yes.
We
you guys have-
probably should like put that somewhere that isn't here. I mean, we could put it here, but it'd be a little awkward if somebody rented this place and then was like, "Hey, that's a big deal," you know?
Because it has been a minute, I will remind you that the Choo Choo Cadre and Locke have both offered to hide items.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do we want to walk out ourselves with this and personally deliver it, or are we doing like a call, get over here sort of deal? How much of an awful person are we being about this? Just flat out, right? Because
I
the
think that-
responsible thing to do would be deliver it ourselves to whoever we're going to.
Yeah. Well,
Would
Locke
we
can't
be able
leave
to
his.
do that? Yeah.
Yeah,
Locke has ways to get things to himself. You guys have seen how he does it.
Yeah, because this is a
That's
pretty
true.
big stick. Not gonna lie. It's you know.
That's what she said.
So I
It's
was just
hefty.
remembering how we transported it.
Just in my pants.
So,
Pretty thick.
what exactly does it do?
What?
The
I mean, it's a
the stick.
Do we
It's
know
a
what the
stick.
stick is?
You guys had seen the last time you had seen the stick. It had something else attached to it, though it's no longer there. It was when Pinky attacked Heckna.
Oh yeah,
She had
it
made
had like a. Go ahead.
Yeah, she had made it like a hammer out of it.
Didn't it have like a
though-
train piece, or like a metal spoke or something on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, no. I'm sorry. I think that is still there. To be entirely honest.
Does it not have a
Um,
picture of a stick
hold
the
on.
stick in the book?
The only picture I know of is this one. But it
Okay.
doesn't describe the cog piece on it in the items description. But it would make sense for that cog piece to be there because of what the stick actually is.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it's like a big round cog piece, like a oh my god, what's the thing between the wheels?
Axel.
The axle. Thank you.
Jim,
Thank
you okay?
you.
Fog, the well of like random amounts of knowledge.
All right, so I don't quite care where we put this. I mean, personally, I would prefer not getting a like refugee place under hot water if it gets found.
So then lock.
A little bit, but that's my personal preference. At the end of the day,
I
you
mean,
guys were the ones who got it, I think.
and at this
in terms
point,
of getting it out. Yeah.
what are they going to do further to torture Locke that they won't have already done?
And we've already ingratiated ourselves with Locke.
He did
he's-
offer. He knows what he's in for.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So are we just turning around and going back to Locke?
Well, Locke should probably come get it, right? Like,
Yeah, I'll go let him know
Sure.
that he needs to retrieve something. If somebody wants to come with me.
Fog.
Wait,
stand
did we?
Fog.
Did we?
I don't think we
Um,
should be alone. Like, even if we're gonna go, we should all go. You know?
Did we take a long? This is still
Yeah, I'm
before
going
our
to
long.
assume this. I'm going to assume that you guys have taken a long rest. If you guys want to take a long rest, there's nothing that can stop you from taking your long rest here.
Okay,
Not
so
yet.
I guess my question is because I can prepare sending to send him a message to tell him to come get it, so no one has to go anywhere. But I need to sleep in order to do that. So that's if you guys want to wait 8 hours.
Are you
Yeah.
voicing this out loud?
Yes.
Like as sending is an option?
Yeah.
If we do that, which I'm totally fine with, you need to be very vague and very careful in your wording. We don't know how much he hears. Okay?
Hold on. Let me read something.
Or we can just go. I
I
mean,
mean, yeah.
Like, what do you mean how much he hears? Like,
Heckna.
specifically in this room?
No, he
No,
might
from
be.
the spell.
Exactly.
It goes directly to the receiver's head.
Yeah. Have you not slept here yet?
Have I not slept here yet?
That's actually an excellent point.
I'm not sure if Air has. Like, she's been here for a little bit, but I think she's mainly been hanging around Stella.
Right, I think we had decided that you had been here for a few days. So has Air been sleeping at all during those few days?
I mean, yeah. I mean, she has to be sleeping.
Yeah, then Air's probably
Otherwise-
slept. Yeah, then Air's probably slept here, and there's probably been some of those weird, funky dreams.
He's already in your head, so
That's right.
yeah, you have to be careful about that sort of thing. It's his world, we're just living in it.
I don't like
Oh,
the way you
great.
said that.
What do you mean?
It makes it feel intimate. I don't like it.
what?
Never mind.
Like intimate and like
Like I don't like being viewed as a plaything in his metaphorical dollhouse. If you understand my
oh.
I think it's a little late for that concern.
meaning. Well, I have it, whether it's late or not.
I might be able to do something about that if it gets a little too much for you.
No, thank you. I'm fine. I don't. What? Never mind. Okay, he just walks over and walks over into a corner.
He's very convincing. Anyway,
It
Would
would.
safer to deliver it in person versus sending a message.
Probably. I think it's fine either way. We're in the Jamboree. As long as we keep it decently hid. The worst that the Jamboree can throw at us is people like me, but less. You know?
Calamity Light.
Yeah.
A diet calamity. So a tornado or something. I don't know.
Hey, Jasket.
Hmm?
With the way that Fog's stomach works,
Oh,
is
no.
it
Oh
possible
my
to
god.
hide it in his stomach?
Feed the boy.
Please.
Jamming
Can we
this
have-
giant metal rod
He hungry.
into Fog.
Okay.
Regurgitate it like a Mother hen.
Just like.
I want to redraw attention to the artwork here.
It literally has a giant cog
Eat
on
it.
it.
Eat
Oh,
it.
it does have the cog on it? Okay, I thought it didn't have the cog on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we try anyway?
So, I'm not going to say no. I'm going to say you can try, and there will be consequences for failure.
I'm fine with rolling those dice. Haha. D&D pun.
No.
Would this be? Hold on.
It's such a bad idea, but it'd be so funny.
I hate everything about this.
Hold on. I have. Would this be this could potentially harm Fog thing or something that like someone is gonna fail?
Oh yeah, this is straight up gonna potentially harm Fog and probably be a
Potentially harm
mental
Fog.
scarring for anybody else looking at him.
It's like Fog. We've known each other for a long time. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Oh my god.
Shut up, Charles.
I love how we just know that something is
Quiet, shut up,
happening.
Charles.
Fuck, that's a self range. Fuck. I can heal you if something bad happens. That's about as good as I can get. I can. Let's see. I have.
I feel like logically the smartest solution is to just keep doing what we've been doing. But I do.
A saving throw. Keep it down.
I reread the Styx description.
Okay.
And I have learned something. So what I will say is, while resting, who had the stick? I think it was May, 'cause she had it in her pants.
Yes.
Yeah, we were
May.
carrying her like a cardboard cutout or something, right?
May.
But did she sleep like that?
You felt the stick reach out to your consciousness while resting.
Oh, I don't like that.
It doesn't feel like an intelligence. It feels like something that's trying to just form a connection.
Reach out and touch
Do you
stick.
allow it?
Trying to be my friend.
Huh?
It's trying to be my friend, yeah.
Okay. Do you have an open attunement slot?
Let me look. I'm pretty sure I do.
I think the only thing she'd have that might be is the unicycle, and I don't know that
you
is.
Have,
Yeah.
yeah, you have. So you are now attuned to the stick.
Okay.
Heckna stick, you're attuned to. Okay.
What would you like it to look like? When wielded, its form changes to match the wishes of its wielder.
Oh.
Oh boy.
You know those like summer camp spirit sticks?
Oh my god.
I think that
I'm not gonna lie, guys, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Same.
Okay, hold on.
I was not
Hold
a
on.
summer camp kid.
You gotta find the talking stick.
Yeah, the talking stick.
Counselor Brian's got the talking stick, guys. Let's be quiet, please, Coyote.
I'm gonna try. I'll find one that really kind of speaks to what I was thinking. That's close. It's not the same, but it's close.
I mean, vague representation is better than no representation.
Yeah,
That's true.
Oh my god.
Oh.
yeah, something like that.
Yes.
Got
This
it.
is May.
It is very. It's also very calamity.
Look at this. Look at this Chad with the talking stick. Look at this Chad.
Why are they so different? Jesus Christ! I think
'Cause
the
you would
two
customize
hands
it, like,
were just
as
using
a-
a fucking exercise ball.
Because you would customize it like as a bunk. Like
Yeah.
it would be custom to you. So this is obviously a kit. It's not as kitschy as I would have hoped. But it's very similar to, like, it has the same kind of idea, but imagine like a lot shittier and less professional.
I like how there's just a Texas on the pink one too. Yeah, who needs dumb old Texas?
Okay.
What did you? you did
This definitely seems like something that was invented by white people.
You did the SpongeBob bit, Beep. You did the SpongeBob because Patrick says that, and then Sandy goes, "What did you just say?" You did
That's what the spirit stick looks like. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it looks like that.
And it is sized to May. So
Is it swallowable?
I will say, at this point, I'd allow it to be swallowable.
Fuck?
Oh, what a sentence.
Eugene just covers his face.
No.
I love
I'd
the
allow it to be
idea.
swallowable to Fog. Not to anyone else. No one else is a large creature that is a cryptid.
I'm loving this.
I love the idea that, like, we all were like, all right, everyone, good night, went to sleep, and then we woke up and the stick turned into this. Like, we went to bed with it as, like, a bronze metal thing with a cog on the end. And now it has, like, streamers on it. Yeah. And Texas, apparently.
It wouldn't be Texas, but it would be probably like it probably would be one of those little clown nose bugs. What are they called?
The schnozzling.
A schnozzling, but pink.
Oh my god.
Love that. May, the stick also is a +1 magical quarterstaff. And if you crit with it, you deal an additional 10 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
On top of any extra damage you do from crits.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
You also feel like it has more magic to it, but that magic deals with fighting Heckna.
Okay. So if we, like, I'm gonna just be like, oh, it's beautiful. It's so pretty. It's perfect.
And then Fog's gonna crypt it over and stuff it down his throat.
Wait, what?
Oh, bad! We don't need our friends! Fog!
Is it sentient? Is this another Matthew?
It reached out to me and wants to be my friend. It said so.
Fog just looms over the thing, jaws wide open.
Wait, it spoke to you?
It didn't speak, but
okay.
like we're vibing on a whole different level, you know? It's just we get each other.
Splendor is looking very concerned. It's like I know that the.
No, sorry, Splendor, go ahead.
I know that you had a pretty big talk with Dusty the last time you saw her, but really? She just like waves at the stick, like, seriously?
What? I mean, it's fine. I think I think we could just, like, would anyone even recognize it, really, when it's like this? You know?
If the higher ups see it, they might know what it is, and then we're kind of fucked.
Calamity, even with your shrinking connection to the Revelia, while looking at it, you feel like you would know what it was, even if you didn't already know what it was.
Right, yeah, I think people are going to... It's going to be known. It's going to be made aware.
Well, it's going to be gone if Fog eats it.
Fog, what? No!
What?
I mean, I don't think... Hold on, Fog, I'm going to test something out. Please don't eat me. And we're just fully going to... God.
Would I know what happens to things that go into Fog's body?
I don't think so. I think that's a mystery that has remained.
Don't mind me, guys. I'm just sitting here enjoying this.
I hate what I'm about to do.
What is that?
For those of you that were missing out on Vor content,
I'm not, and I'm gonna bow out for a second, okay? You guys have fun.
Please, somebody stop her. Genuinely.
No! Do it!
They have to commit, right?
You do!
Calamity's fucking insane, right? And there is a point A and a point B. We don't know what's going to happen to something if it gets in there.
Yeah.
She needs to put something in there. Something that is probably going to be a stress tester, and she doesn't have anything on her that is equivalent or larger. So...
Jask, I have kept a list of things Fog has eaten in the Revalio.
Perfect. Have I already told you what's in Fog's stomach, by the way?
For me?
Yeah.
Not as far as I'm aware, unless...
Great. I'm so excited I kept this as a surprise for this long. Because I've had a canonical thing of what's in Fog's stomach since we started Fog in my Zizix campaign.
Are you just gonna reach into his gullet?
Yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing. That's
where we're headed.
Yeah. Old veterinarian. We're just gonna walk up there and we're gonna pat the side of his face. Don't mind it, buddy. It's gonna probably feel awful.
I'm gonna stand next to this, and I'm just gonna be ready to grab an ankle if something starts going weird.
Yeah, Eugene. I think Eugene and Air share a look, and they're like, "Okay, yeah, this is time."
Air was in the middle of picking her spells in the morning, and then saw this going on, and it was like, "Okay, I've seen Fog do some weird shit in the past. I don't know what's gonna happen. I've never."
I will say, Air, you have never seen Fog remove something from their stomach. There has never been any defecation.
I feel like things go in, and then that's it. We never see those things again, which is why I was asking, I assume that things just go in, and something happens. I have my own theory, but...
Yeah, so we're just slowly reaching an arm in to start.
Okay.
To see if we can fish for anything.
You reach your arm in, and something to note is, I would imagine Comedy looks in before putting their arm in.
Ooh, piece of candy.
And you see that, it goes down the throat a little bit, and then suddenly there's a stop where you can no longer see things. It's not like it curves down at that point. It's just there is darkness there.
That's a little fucked up, anyways.
A wee bit.
And then you reach down in, and there's a temperature shift in that darkness.
Oh, God.
It goes from a slight warmth, because I don't imagine Fog gives a lot of body heat, because they don't have the regulation that living creatures need. Oh, excuse me. So I don't imagine he gives off much body heat, but gives off some. And then you reach through, and suddenly it's cold. Not ice cold, not frosty cold, but definitely less than room temperature cold.
You found the ice cream section.
He did eat ice cream at one point.
You pat around, and Fog, can you just send me the list of things you've eaten so far?
Yeah, give me two seconds.
Yeah.
This is D&D, everyone.
I did it for jokes. I was just gonna do it for jokes.
Yep.
This is not how I expected this session to start, but I'm pleased with it.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Reaching into your friend's mouth, brought to you by Player One Coffee and W Energy.
This is at least gonna answer some questions that Air had.
Although I do know that the first thing I can just give while I'm getting this is you put your hand down, and you find a different source of temperature shift as you just pat down onto mushed ice cream that is slowly melting.
Okay, so apparently things just kind of stay in here. This feels weird. I think we probably could... Yeah.
As you're saying that, as soon as you say we probably could, you feel something grab your hand.
Oh, okay.
It's
Hello.
Small. The fingers are longer than you would expect to be on a normal hand. The proportions feel odd. You feel long, sharp nails, but they aren't digging in. It's just grabbed your hand. There's
Tug
a brief
twice
moment.
if you want to be pulled out.
There's a pause. Just silence. There's no movement as it has grabbed your hand. and then you feel an up and down motion as if it's shaking your hand.
Oh, okay. You know what? Change of plans. We shake the hand again, and then I think we're gonna. God. No context, no explanation after that, like, tug twice if you want to be freed. Fully trying to get in as much as we can. I am so sorry, Fog.
We heard Calamity ask something inside of Fog's body if it wanted out.
Yes. And then you watch Calamity sort of scrambling into Fog's mouth.
Calamity, what's happening?
Yeah, Eugene just goes,
I'm just gonna grab like an ankle as she's going deeper, and I'm like,
Calamity, give me a
scream if you want us to tug you out.
Give me an athletics or an acrobatics.
Yeah.
Fog, are you doing anything to stop her from going down your throat?
Absolutely not. Fog has no intentions of actually hurting Calamity. So.
You can do that with advantage, Calamity.
So I'm gonna take out my rope and just tie my rope around the Calamity's other ankle.
Yeah,
so
as
I can get
like
some
struggling
leverage.
to get into his mouth, you're like quickly trying to get the rope tied.
Can I?
Here, help!
What? Okay.
Beep, you do get to do it with advantage.
I'm
Okay,
also.
17.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She already rolled. Never mind.
It's fine. We have a 17. Can you tell Shayla that I am so sorry? Also, Jim. Please.
So, babe,
do it also on my behalf because I suggested it.
Yeah.
I'm not into that. Sorry. And Beep, as you pass through that magical darkness, there's a little bit of distance of just pure darkness, and then your head pops all the way through, and it looks like you're in like a liminal space. The walls are blank, and it's like almost dome shaped. Like the floor is flat, and then the walls kind of dome around the floor. There's just a collection of random things inside of here.
This could be a really good attraction, like a 50-50 whether you get chopped in half or not. You can make really good. You could make so many tickets.
Everyone on the outside, you do not hear Calamity talking. You do see inside Calamity, you see lots of different things. The ice cream pile, however, is from the list that Fog has sent me, is the only thing that is still there. You do see, like the bones of a rat. You see some scattered bones elsewhere. You see some like wrappers of candies and stuff. You just see bits and pieces of things, and it looks like if it was food, it's been consumed. The ice cream pile is the only one that hasn't been fully consumed. Sitting on the ground, wide-eyed, you see a little goblin man.
Okay. Hi, welcome to the Revelia. My name is Calamity. I'm your handy-dandy tour guide. We're committing.
Just wide-eyed. And then I can't do it because Triton is still sleeping, but just screaming. It just starts screaming. Just
Hey.
Wild screaming.
Hey. I'm trying to be polite here. You shaked my hand as a nice to meet you, and I came here to say hi.
They start scrambling back away from you.
Hey.
And you see them grab, like, it looks like maybe some tarp that at some point Fog ate, probably part of something else. And they pull it away, and you see just a pit in the ground that is darker than night.
A nice hole.
It gives a bad feeling. And they put the pit in between you and them, and they grab like a stick that has a hook at the end off the ground. They like point it in your direction, and they're like looking. It's a very threatening gesture.
Hey, relax. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm actually just here to ask a question. If I put something in here, would you be like totally willing to hold on to it for a bit and then pass it back up? In exchange, I can definitely try to get you out of this if you don't want to be here.
It squints some more. Looks between you and the pit that has just opened up on the ground. And again, you get really bad vibes from the pit. Like you think that pit is death.
Yeah. I can't say outside much better, but at least you don't have a death pit. Usually. Sometimes.
And then it just starts making a whole bunch of random noises. You think it's trying to communicate. You're not quite sure.
Okay, can you understand me? Nod yes or nod no? And we're doing the head motions. This is so absurd.
Small pause, and then it nods.
Cool. Can you hold on to something for me and pass it back when I show my hand? Yes or no?
Nods.
Cool. Do you want something in exchange for that? Yes or
Nods.
no?
It doesn't even wait for the full sentence.
Okay.
It just nods.
Do you want out? Yes or no?
Shakes its head.
Will you murder everything you see if you get out? Yes or no?
Nods.
You know what? I appreciate the honesty. Yeah, sure. That's a deception check. Just flat out, to be perfectly honest.
Okay.
If he is doing an insight. If not, I'll take my passive.
He is going to do an insight.
Okay.
Basically, there's a tiny
Did not roll
angry
very well,
goblin
though.
inside Fog.
As
Okay.
a 7 total.
26.
Nice.
The things that he eats. And if the goblin is let out, the goblin will murder.
Gestures towards its mouth, and it makes a bunch of like biting motions, and then gestures towards its stomach and starts rubbing it.
Oh, are you hungry? Okay, hold on.
No.
Let me see what I have. I have rations on me, but I assume they're awful, horrible candies. I think we're just going to hand over like 3 of them.
All right. You probably got some Babs stuff in there too, because food diversity and stuff. So there's probably some meat.
I don't think the prototype, the Core Avriel, can eat meat without getting sick.
I'm here for it. All right. So all candy. I love that.
Yeah.
So again, it has put itself like a pit in between you and itself. So when you go to like hand over the candy, it like takes this big pull with a hook, and hooks the rations and pulls it over the pit very carefully. You see it trying very hard not to let it drop into the pit. And it unhooks it and just stuffs the whole like ration pack into its mouth. Its mouth opens up really wide, jaw fully unhinges, and it just stuffs the whole thing in.
Oh, you are delightful. I really like you. You are wonderful. Okay, wonderful. I'm gonna get the thing that you need to hold on to and make sure nothing happens to. And then once we get everything we need to get done, we'll get you out of here, okay? And then Calamity, before any more conversation or any more vibe checks can be had, a click of the heels to try and get out.
Eugene will begin to yankamus.
Okay.
Yeah.
It took me this whole encounter to remember the inspiration of this little goblin man. If you've ever seen the Wild Thornberries, Donnie from the Wild Thornberries,
gotcha.
think that,
Very
but
good.
a goblin.
Very good. Very good.
Am I out? Am I free?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. You do get pulled out. That there's that temperature shift. You pull through the darkness, and you are now back in the Revelia proper.
Cool. So Fog has a friend inside of him.
You got a friend in me.
Eric just kind of looks at Fog. Like,
She's out of Fog.
And they're totally chill with holding on to the stick and then like giving it back after we pass through safely. They do think that I'm going to get them out of there, but they did say that they would murder everything they saw as soon as they got out. So I'm not actually going to do that unless if you guys are also enamored with this little goblin man, because I am kind of enamored with this little goblin man. I think he's great.
I think Eugene is just staring at Calamity.
Wait,
He's like, no, go. Just sorry, man. I feel like we both need to process this. Go ahead.
Fog is pregnant?
Eugene turns.
May,
Air is full on face palming right now.
May, inspiration.
Is that how that works?
No, that's not.
Congratulations, Fog!
That.
Good for you, Fog.
What do you want to name them?
I love the idea that Fog is just staring at this and being like, I understand what is being said here. None of it makes sense.
Fog,
Looks to Air.
were you aware that you had a goblin man in... And she points to his stomach.
He just shrugs.
Do you want the goblin man out?
Probably a really
Doesn't
important part of the
hurt.
equation, too.
Isn't uncomfortable. I don't care.
That's fair.
You're hardly okay with having a... Okay. Well, if he comes out and tries to kill us, we're gonna kill him, right?
I'll just eat him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Kill Fog's baby?
It's not
Oh,
his...
wait, is that...
That's for Fog to decide and no one else.
God, I love May.
Jesus Christ.
I'm
Okay.
giving you another point of inspiration for that.
God.
I think Eugene just runs a hand through his hair and he just like rubs his eyes. And then he says, okay, so what are we doing with the stick? Is the goblin man in Frog's stomach taking the stick? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, then feed Fog the stick, I guess. And then let's go to Locke so we can offload it.
I'm so sorry.
Locke is gonna be so...
Yeah, when Calamity has to go into Fog's stomach to retrieve the stick from the goblin man that lives inside Fog's stomach, yeah, I'd be a little upset and weirded out too, Air.
I mean, it is the Reveille. I'm sure you've seen worse.
It probably won't be
have
the
I
weirdest
seen
thing he's seen.
Probably not. I mean, he got toasted by a lich a couple of days ago, so, you know.
I think
It's
after
fine.
hearing this, May is like, well, as long as it's good for the baby, and gives Fog the stick.
It's a baby rattle now.
No one has told May that this is not a pregnancy.
Look, I would say it's less a child and more a tenant, if you catch my meaning.
That's a horrible way to think about a baby. You don't know how Fog feels.
We don't know how old the goblin is. Is the goblin a baby,
Wait.
Calamity?
The goblin threatened to murder anything.
Is it a
It's
murder
not.
baby goblin? Calamity, is it a murder baby goblin?
Calamity blinks and then looks to May as if to try and, like, get an explanation of what a baby looks like.
Oh my god.
Was it small and wrinkly?
Was it small?
It was very small.
Did it have wrinkles?
Hold on.
I hate
No, it
it
did not have
here.
wrinkles.
Okay, so maybe it's like a half baby?
What is a half baby?
I don't know if this is right or not, but don't they have to like develop?
Have any of you here ever seen an actual child of any
No.
race?
Yeah.
Well, so
But,
it was
like,
really
I
small, but
wasn't
it doesn't have the wrinkles.
May,
No.
you have seen babies before. Have you ever known a baby to still be within its mother's stomach
Yeah.
and threaten murder?
Well, I don't know. I haven't met every baby.
That's not how babies. Okay.
I believe there's a church that has something along the lines of this.
Are
Don't
we?
feed into this.
Are we? Can we? I would like to go to Locke's, please. Can we
Put the
discuss
stick.
Fog's child later, please?
Just
I
put the
give
stick
the
in
stick
Fog.
to
Let's go.
Fog, and then I pat Fog's tummy. Like, there.
I'm glad. I cannot wait for this party adopt. Because that's what's gonna happen.
Era's having like an eternal crisis because she has 100% helped deliver children.
Oh
So this whole thing is like just
What do babies need, May? Do we need to get this thing like a stroller whenever it comes out?
I don't
I've
know.
seen
I don't
those. I've
it's
seen
easy.
clowns in those.
I think that we need to find food for it. I don't know, like
Oh,
I
it
know
ain't the candy. I think that's fine. I think I can just eat whatever.
so it's a candy that's fine. Yeah. So it's just like fettuccine.
It's a candy baby.
It's a candy
Really?
baby.
Really?
What?
May,
Oh,
you're not
have
allowed
you
to take
seen-
care of children.
Have you seen like other things that are more weird than a candy baby here? Yes, you have. Is it crazy to think that a candy baby exists here at the Revelia? I don't think so. What are the children of the candy corn if not candy babies?
Have we seen Fog eat one of those?
No, it wasn't one of them. I know what they look like. I'm
Then
used
it's
to
not
those.
a candy baby.
Okay, well,
weren't
those aren't.
we literally told that it was a goblin?
What? Who said it was a goblin?
Calamity literally said it was a goblin.
Yeah.
It's a goblin?
Yes,
Turns to
some
Fog,
key information.
Turns to Fog. You dogs.
Oh my god. Oh, May. Can we put the stick in Fog, please?
I gave it to him.
Putting the stick in Fog is how we got that baby.
Oh no.
I'm disowning all of you.
Assuming a lot about Fog right now.
Kaitsu, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry, Kaitsu. I love
I'm
you.
so
Also,
sorry.
I love the idea that somehow Fog's womb is accessible through his mouth. Like, what?
Charles, don't
That's
make me
what
get the
makes
water
sense
bottle.
to me.
Anatomy 101. We don't know it.
Anyways, yes, you can get the stick into Fog's mouth now. As it's like partially down, you feel something assist it going the rest of the way down.
I hate all of this.
You can't say that it isn't hidden well.
It is 100% hidden well. I don't like it.
It's hidden so
I would
well.
rather have hidden it under my giant cloak of feathers, alright? Which I considered, but then the shoving it down, Fog's throat thing came up and all rational thought left my brain, so...
I think all rational thought left everyone's brain.
Yeah, I think I just backed out. It's like, nah.
Beer made this so much better.
I am completely sober for this. Okay.
So, on to locks.
Is the stick secure? I'm assuming it is.
Yeah, when you ask that, you do not see the stick. It is fully inside of Fog's stomach. It's not in view.
I want to give Fog a little pat to his skull and give this look of like, I am so sorry. Just silently.
He shows no sign of discomfort, so...
Oh, I know. This is just typical Fog, to be fair. She's used to this, but she's still
I'm
apologetic.
imagining, like, everyone's in a state of shock, so Fog is just casually trying to corral people out the door now, being like...
Yeah. Fog doesn't show a lot of emotion, and I think Air is kind of used to that.
He's heard that we're supposed to go to locks, but no one's moving, and they just keep, like, looking in his mouth, I imagine. Like, someone will walk away, Fog will go to close his mouth, and then they'll just turn back and just, like, grab the top of his muzzle and lift it again.
Okay, I am pulling a soft invocation of the parachute safe word because I am very uncomfortable right now.
Alright, that's the problem. So we move on to you guys going to locks. There's nothing that's going to stop you guys. You aren't in any kind of trouble in this area, so you are able to get to locks.
Would we also like to just hand wave?
Getting the item out, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
There is zero complications of getting that out either. Locke doesn't seem phased by it. But he does take the item and puts it behind his desk area. And lets you know that he'll get that he'll get the toy maker in here to make it even more hidden sometime soon. Excuse me. And there's like a pause where he goes a thing and goes, "Oh, I've also got something for you guys."
Locke has free samples too?
No. It's not free.
Oh.
Oh, bummer.
And he's like digging through his stuff. It looks like he had tried to hide it because like you see him going through lots of different drawers that you did not see in his desk. Like he just keeps opening up secret hatches and stuff. Eventually, finding the right hatch, he pulls out a little like a jewelry box, like a locked mini treasure chest. He unlocks it and opens it up, and you see a diamond eyeball.
Ew.
It looks like somebody had a fake eye that was carved out of a diamond.
Ooh. Of all the times to have both eyes.
Please don't.
So, this is a diamond, as asked. It is also a magic item. It can still be used as a spell component. Doing so will destroy the magic item.
What's the magic item?
Yeah, what does it do?
If you press it to your eye socket, even if there's an eyeball there, for long enough, it will replace your eye, and then you can see magic at all times. You can also do a few other things. I don't know what they are. I'm not that good at identifying things like that.
Splinter squints at it distrustfully. Like she looks excited for a second, but then she remembers Eugene's armor. Like
the person that I took it from was able to shoot laser beams out of their eyes, but I don't know if that was a spell or if it was the eyeball. Now, if you were to do the eye socket thing, casting the spell will destroy it in your eye socket. That's not going to hurt you. You're just going to have an empty socket.
I wanted. Is he telling the truth about someone being able to like shoot lasers from their eyes?
Do you want to make an insight?
I have a passive insight of 18.
As far as you can tell, he's telling the truth.
Plus, I feel like
but I still need a diamond.
Locke is more likely to tell us the truth just to get us out of here faster. Well, what did you have in mind for it then?
Yeah, 30 red tickets is lowballing it, and since we have such a good business partnership, 30 red tickets is what it's going to sell for.
Well, whatever we use it for, seems like it'd be good to have around.
Fog pulls out that little horn that he has in like that pocket under his chin and hands it to Air.
Well,
and if you look inside the horn, you will see 35 red tickets.
Okay. I'm just holding the horn, but I'm not. I don't think I'm going to use this as a magic item. Does someone else? If I use this, it's going to destroy the diamond.
Well, if you need it, then you need it. Like,
to be fair, everything is kind of magic here anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a gun, so, like, I'm good. in terms of things that I want to do things with, I'm set, really. Can't speak for
Okay.
the others, but I'm good.
No one else
I'm
wants
just
a magic eyeball that's gonna help you shoot lasers.
You could
It's-
always use it to do that until you need to use the diamond for whatever else. It just means you'll be without an eye afterwards.
Oh, so it straight up takes your eye.
Yeah, yep.
Well, there's the drawback.
Does Fog have eyes?
Giving Fog laser eye?
Here's the thing, though. If I need this diamond in the midst of battle to save one of you, how easy is it to remove from someone's eye?
Well, it goes, I didn't have any problems, but he was already dead at the point I was taking it, so...
That's a lot for me to have to go to Fog to get the eye, and then to whoever needs to be
Look,
saved with it.
I'm just making a suggestion based on the amount of eyeballs or lack.
Does Fog have eyes?
He doesn't have actual eyeballs.
I mean, we could always look for more diamonds. And I guess in an emergency, I could essentially refrigerate one of you until I can get the diamond.
Splendor,
Just swapping
like,
out parts.
Splendor gives her a weird look when she says refrigerate, and she chews on that one for a while.
We used to swap out wings all the time. Granted, that had like a whole process with a god involved, and it's a whole different thing. But I'm not unused to the process.
I just want to say, seeing Splendor give her that weird little look, I want to say that like a tiny little grin curls in her direction, but then focuses back on what Calamity's saying.
Like, if we have to put... I don't think we have to put this in somebody's eye, though, also, to be fair. We can just hold on to it.
If you're not going to put it in somebody's eye, you are going to want to keep a tight lid on it. This is technically contraband. There's a reason why I had to pull a diamond from somebody's eye to get you diamond.
Well, we may have a storage.
Knowing that this is illegal has skyrocketed my interest.
The fog
If
of
you
holding.
want it, I will.
The fog of holding. Is this an attunable item? Do we need to sit with it and...
No, you just put it in your eye socket.
Well, Fog, do you want a laser eye?
He's just gonna stand there. He doesn't understand what that exactly means. He understands what it is.
We'll take it.
All right. He shuts the lid again. He doesn't refashion the lock. Instead, he takes the lock off of the thing and puts it under his desk.
And this, I just want to make sure. How much would this diamond, like... will this actually work for my spell?
This is a diamond worth 2,000 gold.
Ooh. Fuck. That is...
It's substantial.
Man, I really wish that... Oh, there's some weird loophole shit that I could probably ask about, but never mind. Yeah, I only need
eyeball-sized diamond that is perfectly carved to look like an eyeball.
because like
and
it's a
enchanted.
magic item. It's a magic item, so like magic items can't be destroyed, but it's a spell that destroys it. So it's like how would that work?
It would destroy this one.
Interesting.
Magic items can be destroyed. They cannot be destroyed through normal means. Most means to destroy magic items are things like throwing them into a volcano. Or certain magic items of myth have like a specific one. Like the Book of Vile Darkness requires I think it was like an angel to pray over it for 100 days.
Jeez, that poor angel.
Yeah, it's there's specific ways to destroy specific magic items, but otherwise it's most magic items have a blanket of you can't destroy them through normal means, which most people take as you just can't destroy them. You can. It just takes extra normal, such as being consumed for a spell.
Okay. Well, I don't need something quite as pricey as this, but if it's what we have, it'll work. All right. I guess I'll. Wait, this is contraband, but we're gonna put it in Fogg's face.
I mean, who's honestly going to tell him no?
From the way that Locke had phrased it, it was only contraband while it was like in your pocket. If you're using it as like a eye prosthetic, it's fine.
Interesting. Okay, I guess I'll.
Also, I double checked it because I don't like to put out misinformation. It's the Book of Vile Darkness can only be destroyed if a solar tears the book in two, destroying the book only for 1d100 years, after which it reforms.
Jeez.
Oh.
God, that is.
A creature attuned to the book for 100 years can unearth a phrase hidden in the original text that, when translated to Celestial and spoken aloud, destroys both the speaker and the book in a blinding flash of radiance. However, as long as evil exists in the multiverse, the book reformed after 1d10 times 100 years. If all evil in the multiverse is wiped out, the book turns to dust and is forever destroyed.
Just gotta destroy all evil, so, you know, easy.
Anyways, yes, you could put the eyeball into Fogg's eye socket, and assuming it does connect there, it is not considered contraband.
Okay. I'll open the little case, kind of lift it out and look at it, and then approach Fogg and kind of gesture for him to lean down.
Which Fogwell?
All right.
And I'll just kind of press it into let's say his right eye.
All right. So when you do so, you see that as it's brought to the socket, it starts to vibrate a little bit. And then out of the back, you see like little, almost like legs kind of stick out. And they like grasp at the air in the socket where an eyeball would be. Not in a like necessarily violent way. It seems delicate in nature. And you see like as if like trying to reach for the eyeball, it like reaches around where the eyeball would be and then makes a pulling in motion as if it was trying to pull the eyeball into the diamond eyeball. However, there's nothing there, so it just kind of looks a little weird for a little bit, and then it just kind of fits into socket, and then you feel it stop moving. It is now in the socket proper.
It's like an eyeball hermit crab.
How does that feel, Fogg?
Does Fogg feel any discomfort with it being there?
I actually need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Jesus Christ, we got another cursed item, didn't we?
It is only a cursed item in that it does take your eyeball away, so if you ever lose that diamond eyeball, it is gone. However, Fogg is about to be hit with a whole lot of information all at once.
Oh.
Oh?
Oh no.
You said Constitution, right?
Yes.
Pray for me, guys.
I wish I could.
In fact, actually, Fogg, considering what you are, make it with disadvantage.
Oh no!
Right now, my lowest roll is an 8.
All right. Did you do that with disadvantage, or are you still about to do the second roll?
I just did the second roll, which was higher than an 8.
Okay. So, you watch Fogg like look around. Fogg. This allows you to see magic at all times. You're in the Revelia. Everything is magic. The room you're in, magic. Most of the folk here still have residual magic on them. In fact, actually, all of them have magic on them because of the laws of the Revelia puts magical restrictions on people. You are made of magic.
Oh.
We lost one magic.
You are a nightmare given physical shape. So you go fully unconscious. There's a moment where, like, all at once, a bunch of information is now presented to you, and then you go fully unconscious.
Yep, that's a straight flop on Fogg.
like I would imagine it's one of those panic moments where a dog or like a ferret gets spooked and start doing that backup and like flailing their back end around, and then they just fall over and go unconscious.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
As he's flailing around, Splendor's gonna like step up and try to at least keep him from hitting people.
All right, I easily you're able to prevent him from hitting people. He does knock shelves over.
Oh boy.
I have a question that I think is probably actually Lynn might be able to answer this for me because we talked about this a bit, and this is something that obviously Air in the moment won't know, but she knows kind of what fog is, right? I have it written down that she knows what he was born of, essentially.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that up to Fox.
Because we talked about this before.
Yeah, and I don't remember what we came to the conclusion of, because we were basing it off of the campaign.
Yeah. So, and basically what would have
technically-
happened with us after, right? So, I have, actually, I'm just going to DM what I have Air here. And then you can just, because I just want to make sure so that's the information that I have for Air and like what she knows about fog.
Okay, no, I do remember that first line.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we stayed up till like 4 a.m. talking about this.
As per normal when you usually come over.
Yeah.
Then then your notes would be viable in this situation.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I had that right before. Okay.
All right. After Fog knocks a bunch of stuff over, Locke just kind of leans over his desk and goes, "Get out, please."
How are we supposed to transport Fog? He just passed out.
I'll somebody make sure his antlers don't catch on the door. I'll drag him.
I'm not super strong, but I might be able to assist.
Mm-hmm.
I think she would actually, just in general. I think she would already be like.
Eugene is like putting stuff back on the shelves. Like, no, gotta, reorganize, oop.
Locke just like puts his hands up and goes, "Eugene, out."
But he knocked over
Go.
He knocked over the head.
Out.
Oh, okay. All right.
And Splendor's got Fog by the ankles and is trying to indelicately pull him through the door. He probably catches on a few other things.
Yeah, I figured I would be like under like his front, kind of like trying to lift one of his arms, like over, like just trying to like help.
And he's still dragging.
May is also trying to help, but
I like the idea of Locke getting a broom on Eugene and just batting him in the head with it.
How angry do you think Locke would be if I go back in and ask him some questions?
He did just tell us to leave, so.
He's like, I had something that I wanted to ask, but like, I didn't expect Fog to pass out, so.
He blue screened. There's nothing we can do.
Oh, Fog, by the way, the magic item you have. It allows you to cast Scorching Ray as many times per day as your proficiency bonus.
Ooh.
And it's cast at level of Scorching Ray, which I believe is a second spell. Yeah, it's the second level spell. So it allows you to create 3 rays of fire, and then choose targets for each ray. It can even be the same target. And each ray, you make a ranged spell attack for, and they do 2d6 fire per.
But with that passing out of our boy Fog, do you think now would be a good time to take a break-oo, Jazz?
Yeah, I was going to ask for a break at this point.
All right. Well, we'll be back in like 10, 15 minutes. You guys have a good time. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate you. Exclamation point Linktree in the chat. look at all our stuff. There we go. We'll be back in 10:15. All right.
God, no.
And we have returned. Did you miss us? I hope you missed us. So what are we doing? What are we doing now?
I really want that symbol though.
I'll never tell.
You're the DM. You have to tell us.
Secret DM. Just do whatever. He'll tell you if you're doing the right thing. Jask, I sit down. I sit down and defiantly do nothing.
Okay, Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
I am evading taxes.
You succeed instantly.
Yes.
Al Capone.
Right, so sorry, my brain is so spacey now that we've immediately started.
Was everybody back, by the way?
Oh, is Beep back?
Because I haven't heard.
Wait, was Beep back? I thought Beep was back.
Or Lindsay.
Beep
talk
was wrangling.
anything.
I'm
Oh.
here. I'm just playing one of those silly games on my phone.
Okay.
Oh,
I hadn't heard certain people speak in a bit, so I just wanted to make
Beep
sure
is
we weren't
halfway back.
jumping.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we'll just wait for Beep then. I thought we were all back. I'm sorry. Hello,
No,
everyone.
Beep says carry on.
Oh, my wayward son. Okay.
So there was an NPC I wanted to introduce, so we get to do that now. As you
Okay.
guys leave, still dragging Fog, you can see that somebody has set up a booth across from Locke's Lost and Found. Now, booth is a bit of a misnomer here. What it is kind of like a lemonade stand kind of building there with a you can see a large half-orc woman. One arm is fully metal. Her left arm is a chrome colored with filigree gold and swirling designs all across it. And you see that the booth is Skull and Tooth Tattooing Parlor. And behind her is a chair that looks like it's not meant to be laid on comfortably, but that you can lay on.
I think we're all just standing in shock of the giant orc woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all just.
Giant woman.
Wait, what did you say this?
And she's watching you guys because you did just rip a cryptid out of Locke's Lost and Found.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Splendor is hands on her hips, was looking over Fog to see if he was going to twitch or move or thrash anymore. And she's kind of staring back at the orc woman, sizing her up, but hasn't moved yet.
Yeah, from her seated position, which still puts her at shoulder height for most of the party, although I think May, you're really short, so above your head. She's now sizing you up and down as well. And just kind of gives a scoff and a smirk.
I'm gonna sit on the floor and put Fog's head in my lap.
I look between Splendor and the orc woman, and I'm like, is there something? Do you guys know each other, or is it
No, I don't know anybody here. But still keep staring. Or at least until, if the other woman, when she scoffs or she looks away, Splendor's just ha, I won.
She does not look away. Eye contact maintained.
Yeah, full eye contact then.
Eugene's gonna take 2 steps back and just
Would my my passive insight read anything here or no?
Honestly, I would say it probably is what it looks like. You might not know Splendor that well, but she's a pretty aggressive person.
Yeah, I just want to know what the vibe between, honestly, the orc and Splendor is.
So, what are we killing them? I'm sorry, I was kind of checked out. What is happening?
Do you need me to describe them?
You can, but I'm also committing to this bit of Calamity
That's
not
all right.
paying attention.
You see a large, burly orc woman. Her left arm is replaced with a chrome metal arm with gold filigree and swirling designs.
Mm-hmm.
And she's sitting behind a counter that says Skull and Tooth Tattoo Parlor. And then behind her is a chair that looks like it's meant for laying down in, but not comfortably. And currently she's like locked eyes with Splendor after they both gave each other like an up and down, like sizing up.
They're like, do you want us to step out, Splendor?
Like, what is that look that the orc is giving? Specifically,
it is a look of smarmy confidence, like almost a I dare you kind of like smirking confidence on their face.
You want me to go make them regret their life decision? Because I can definitely... I do that on a day-to-day basis with most people. This would not be a problem for me. I'm very good at being annoying. Okay.
No, we're
I could also talk to them if...
Shh, we're having a conversation.
Oh, okay.
Oh. What mortal language is this, May?
just let them be.
A
No, but
single
what language
eyebrow
is
raise.
that? I'm curious now. I don't know this one. I've heard a lot of them in passing, but what is it called?
I don't know. This is just an intense vibe right here. Is that what it is?
Intense vibe.
No. Calamity just like was sketching something in a book, like writing it down really fast.
Yeah, like Splendor's eyebrows like also raise, and then they meet and go down, like they are actually communicating, even though neither of them has said anything useful.
Absolutely.
And eventually, she is going to go over.
All right.
What did that mean? This is almost advanced gobbledygook. I'm kind of impressed.
I have absolutely no idea what's going on right now. I mean, I know that like normally I don't have any idea of what's going on, but I like really don't have any idea. You know.
As you get closer to her, she like leans onto the counter. You hear the wood creaking under her arms.
Mm-hmm.
And she just looks up to you, Splendor. No words still, just eyebrows raised, looking up at you.
Splendor, whatever arm is replaced by the orc lady, Splendor puts out her opposite arm and rests her elbow on the counter, just thumps it down.
There's a small nod, and she puts her arm out and grabs your arm as well. Or grabs your hand, rather.
There's going to be a moment of silence. And when they start, both of them will know. So what do I need to roll?
This is going to be athletics. And we're going to do this in a multi-staged kind of thing. So you need to beat them, to keep it short, we're going to do it, you need to beat them twice in a row for it to, for you to lock their hand down.
Okay. Now, since I am proficient in athletics, that is my strength plus proficiency, right?
Yep.
Just making sure I don't accidentally add that proficiency twice. Okay, first roll is a 14.
All right. My first one is a 14. There is no progress. Hands locked, muscles bulging. Both of you, just like eyes still in each other's eyes, are trying to get any kind of purchase, and neither are making any.
Eugene brings a hand up to his mouth and is just standing there watching this display.
And so what ritual is this? What is happening here? Because I recognize the hand. People do this all the time. I know what it is, but does it have a different context in the language of intense vibe?
I think they're sussing each other out.
Splendid, let's get another one of those rolls.
I got a 22 for the second one.
Ooh, shit.
All right. Ooh. I got a 19 on the die for higher than a 22. I don't want to tell you the exact number because then you'll know the
Right.
bonus.
Right.
But so there's that stalemate, and then she shifts a little bit as if to get more comfortable, and then your arm starts to bow and starts to bend down towards the table.
Splendor gets the same look on her face that Thor did whenever Captain America lifted his hammer. Because this doesn't happen to her a lot, especially not in the Revelia. But
She is worthy.
Yeah.
she's going to try to come back twice as
Right.
ferociously. Let's see. Oh boy. Okay.
What
That's
do you got?
good. I got an 8.
So I had rolled a 7 total.
Oh my gosh!
So your arm starts to bow towards the table. It gets concerningly low, and then you, with a burst of strength, you pull it back up, and you have stopped in the middle once again.
I'd say at that point she probably does like make a small yeah. She gets it back up to the top, and she's going to try once more. This is for the
Alright.
win. I got a nat 1.
Oh no! So I don't want to instant lose you because you got a nat 1, I got a nat 20.
That's kind of hilarious, though.
Are you okay with the instant loss with that?
I'd rather not, but just the dichotomy amuses me.
Okay, then we will not do the instant because it does feel bad to have luck kind of screw you on something like this. So instead, like as you're trying with all your might, there's just the smallest bit of a grunt as she pushes you back down. Your hand is hovering above the table. You can almost feel the wood, but you aren't quite there.
Okay, yeah. There's a little tiny glisten of sweat on her brow now, and it went from just being like a passive friendly challenge thing to, okay, she's into this now.
Yeah.
Do I roll again?
Yes.
That one was a nat 20.
Nice. So technically you can't crit succeed on a skill check. I don't care. We're going to call that an auto success. Doesn't matter what I roll as long as it's not a nat 20. I did not roll a nat 20. So you have now met back into the middle. You are back fully up. You have pulled away from the precipice there of losing. And you can see that like that confident smirk she's had this whole time, gone. Thin line of a lip now.
Eugene is sweating. And watching, like, he's got, like, his hand up to his mouth. He's, like, gripping his chin, like, watching intently.
Yeah, she's still not actually said anything this whole time. It's just,
Nope.
it's the struggle.
All right, go ahead and roll. Ooh.
I got another 22.
I also got a 22.
Oh my gosh! Well, Splinter like keeps it up at the top, and she can feel the pressure, and she's
Yeah.
Adjusting like so. But she normally she'd get angry at this point. That she's just kind of trying not to be impressed. Like she's holding herself back, but she can't entirely. She's smiling a little bit.
Well, Jask, I have a question.
I have an answer.
How long have they been going at this?
Each roll or each pair of rolls, so essentially like my roll versus Splendor roll was 6 seconds each.
Okay. So it's been like half a minute?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Half a minute of silence and sweaty arm wrestling.
You can see that she's now also got like a bead of sweat rolling down her face as we are going to go again. Ooh, I got a 21.
I got 9.
All right, so that is, you are now back down to almost like your hand is gonna touch the wood if you let her go any further with this, but you are not quite out yet.
No, even for small things, Splendor's not going to let it go. She's going to try to go as hard as she can.
Yep. I got a 14.
I got 16.
Back up to the middle. You have now started to get a crowd. Like, revelers and rubes are, like, nudging each other, and people are, like, coming to watch.
If I can take advantage of this, I will, and start
chilling and selling it.
Oh, gosh. Well, I was going to...
Tickets.
I was going to say also that at this point, like, the size of Splendor's mouth, she's halfway between a grimace and a grin. She's like, you feel like giving up yet?
No, you.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Calamity... No, sorry, May?
I was going to say, May has started to direct her cult to bring popcorn.
Oh god, are we selling popcorn with the bet and the admission for like front area? Because that's what we're doing. Because if you help me out with that, I will get this done.
Performance with advantage.
May being like, bringeth me the poppet corn.
Performance with advantage.
Mm-hmm. Give me your money.
Wait, hello? Okay. That's 2 12s, I guess. It's a little confused, but it's got the spirit, I guess. I don't see. Okay.
That's all right. So you across all this, you are get 8 red tickets.
That's cool.
And Splendor, let's get another pair of rolls. That is a 19 total.
I got 16.
All right. You were...
I think we were back at the middle.
Yeah, you're back at the middle.
Yeah, we're back at the middle. So once again, you're back in the middle. You're even starting to tilt them in your favor, and then they like shift again. Nothing like illegal or under the table, right? Just like making sure that they're in a proper sitting position once more. And your hand goes back towards the table. And go again. Oh.
Soft 20.
With that, with a 23, they struggling. Their hand starts to move back towards the middle, and then slam. Your hand hits the table. There's a deep breath from them.
Yeah, there's a gasp from Eugene.
What?
I love that Eugene's providing the sound effects.
They stand up, wipe their now very sweaty hand on their shirt, and then offer their hand out to you.
Splendor like shakes her hand out once, and then after a moment just slaps her hand in theirs as well.
Yeah, a hearty shake.
Oh yeah. She's into this. In fact, honestly, it looks like it's one of the most genuine expressions of enjoyment she's had while she's been here.
Name's Keith.
Tooth, Splendor.
Looks you up and down. I can see that.
Hey.
You're not too bad.
He shrugged. You want a tattoo?
No, I can't do that. But is that all you do here?
I can do other things. Any body modification you want.
If she's still holding Splendor's hand, her entire body freezes for like half a second. And then very casually, when it's appropriate, she pulls her hand back and she just laughs.
There's a quirk of an eyebrow. You can see that she has registered what happened, but does not press.
I see. Got it.
What about your friends?
You do tattoos?
And other things. And she
Wait,
gestures.
are we allowed to come over yet? Or is the vibe
Are you all
communication?
still having vibes? Yeah, are you still having vibes?
Like, Splendor looks behind her and only then just kind of realizes that they have spectators. And she kind of casts her look around the crowd. She's bobbing her head a little bit. She had her fists on her waist, and she juts her arm into the air, even though she lost, and she's just, yeah!
There's cheering. You can see that in between the cheering, there's some people looking like upset and like counting red tickets and passing it to somebody that was next to them. There's people. There's hands exchanging red tickets and items and trinkets. There's some people cheering. There's people running around with beards on their faces, no matter what their gender are, passing out popcorn, trying to be very manly.
Very
It's beautiful.
And then not too long after that, people realize, hey, there's no more show. And
Yeah, at that point, Eugene would kind of walk over and just be like, well, that was intense.
thanks. Any of you want tattoo or anything?
I want a tattoo. I want it. Sorry, my dogs are free.
No, that's also just a May sound.
May's just so excited they start barking.
Oh gosh, the rebellious getting to her.
Sorry, I'm trying to like calm them down. For some reason, there's a mail truck, even though it's 8 p.m. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. So May's like, me. I volunteer. It's me. I want it.
Anything you want, or can I just? And they just kind of like gesture in a vague gesture.
So like, pink and fluffy. That's. I don't know what. That's the vibe, but yeah, go for it. I don't know. Up to you. You know what? Do whatever you want. Honestly.
May, are you sure you don't want to? They don't go away. Like that's the point.
Yeah. I'm just gonna.
I can also remove them.
Oh, perfect. So, see, there we are. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, she removes things. It's great. I'm gonna. Eugene, what are you doing?
Just standing.
Cool. I'm gonna stand also.
Okay.
What is the vibe Splendor's giving off right now?
Awkward and uncomfortable. Slightly.
Squint. Splendor, you maybe want to go look at this really interesting tree over here?
They have trees?
Yeah, I mean, it's like right over there, away from this situation.
May is gonna really quickly be like, oh shit, and run up to Splendor and be like, is this one of those things where I should be more careful? Is that, like, I know we talked about this. Is this one of those things? Is that one?
A little bit, but probably not as dangerous. Just trust your judgment, all right? Or trust my judgment, or trust anybody's judgment. Just think about it first, all right? Yeah? And she, like, casts a glance over to Tooth's, like, I'm assuming she's got her tools and her kit sort of in sight. And she...
You actually don't see any tools or kit.
Oh. She's looking at the chair, and even though she's not like arm wrestling anymore, May will see that there's still sweat trailing down her face.
Wait, are you all right?
I'm great. I'll just gotta walk off a loss. It's not too bad. I mean, I'm still great, fantastic. I'll win next time. You should probably maybe sleep on it though. Think about it first. Yeah.
I've always wanted.
Because I know what I said, but you can make your own decisions. But I'm just kind of Eugene had a thing to show me. I'm gonna. Can you wait till I come back anyway? Maybe look at the stuff first. All right.
Sure. Yeah, I can wait.
Okay. All right.
May sits down where she is.
On the ground.
You
Just
had
on the ground.
approached the woman to talk to her. So, like, you are just sitting in front of her booth now. She is, like, towering over you. She's already taller than you. And now you are sitting down and she's, like, looking down at you on the other side of her booth, just, like, one eyebrow raised.
We are a totally normal party.
Absolutely. There is no
Ryan,
trauma here.
The giant cryptid over in the corner having his fur braided.
May waves and then goes back to just patiently waiting.
Yeah, Splendor straightened back up and went to walk past Eugene, like bumped him with her shoulder. She doesn't know where they're
Sorry,
going.
they all have issues. It's just gonna be a moment.
Yeah,
There's no problem.
so Eugene's just gonna walk over to Splendor like a couple of feet away and just be like, "Are you all right? You look upset."
What? I'm not. I just lost. Of course, I'm upset a little bit.
No, listen, you look like me when I see something that's going to kill me.
She just kind of gives him a flat look, like, Eugene, I'm fairly certain that I've never looked like you.
You're sweating like I sweat, and you don't do that.
I do. I glisten.
Well, yeah.
Obviously.
Well, yeah, but like what I mean is there something about the tattoo lady that makes you like apprehend other than losing? I mean, because
No.
I mean, you don't have to be here. You can go and sit with Aaron Fogg.
I'm fine. We're fine. Like, why are we standing over here?
Well, because when people say they're fine, like me, when I say I'm fine, I'm not fine. I'm freaking out on the inside. And
I never freak out.
well, we both know that's not true.
How would you know my thoughts better than me, Eugene? Are you in my head? Are you in my head? She like takes her fingertips and taps both of his temples and like leans into his face like, I'm touching you, I'm touching you.
Gestures to his armor, and I haven't forgotten about the disco. I mean, I know you're capable of losing your shit, so to speak. Sorry.
I am not losing anything except maybe one arm wrestling match, and I could probably win it again if my hands were drier. Okay?
Well, I'm just saying, like, if there's a problem, you can go sit with Aaron Fogg, and you don't have to look at the muscly orc lady anymore.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with her. Everything is fine.
Okay, I'm just saying I will not judge you if something is the matter.
Are you implying that I'm weak, Eugene?
No, I'm not implying that. We both know you could break me over your knee like some sort of baguette.
Good. Do you need a demonstration?
No, I don't. I do not.
Good.
Splendor?
Yeah.
It's
You
all
do?
right. It's all right.
Of course it's alright. It's fine. Everything's great.
You're okay. Nobody's going to make you do anything you
I
don't
would
want to
just
do.
really prefer that somebody doesn't go in and get a pink fluffy thing and end up missing a leg or a foot or,
I don't think that Mrs. Tooth would do that on purpose. Miss Tooth. I don't know if she's married. But I don't think she would do that on purpose because she seems, well, She seems to have a code like you do. A code of power. And, like, strength and stuff.
Look, you wanted to know what was on my mind. That's what's on my mind. There you go.
But I'm just saying, if there was anything wrong, not saying that there is,
She, like, squints at him threateningly.
but if there was, you are allowed to not be part of this if you don't want to.
Splitting up has never done us any favors before, so...
I mean, you could just turn around and go la 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 if you want to. I don't know.
Eugene, that's stupid.
It works for me sometimes. I'm just trying to help.
Yeah,
So yeah. All right. Let's. If you want to stay over here, you can. If you don't, I'm gonna go back to Tooth and make sure Mayworth isn't getting like a face tattoo or something.
All right. She's not going to. She said she'd think about it.
Well, but we know how May thinks.
Yeah, and I'm inclined to trust her.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys, what's going on?
May is still sitting in the same spot that you left her.
Yeah.
Waiting.
From behind her back, she, Splendor catches Eugene's eye and very aggressively points in May's direction with both of her hands, like,
And the woman has since sat down. And you can see that she has, upon realizing that there's no other customers, May's the only one who's a potential customer, she just sat down, has put her mechanical arm onto the desk in front of her, and has taken out some tools and is just adjusting the arm some.
I think May is just very intrigued, watching intently.
So something pink and fluffy.
Yeah, but so here's the thing. I, believe it or not, am not the best at like judgment when it comes to personal safety. So I agreed to wait for my friend to just make sure everything looks like it's supposed to.
Right. I could show you the process. Well, your friend too, if they're worried.
Ooh, yes. Splinter!
She
Splinter!
stops and looks towards Splendor while waiting. And it's probably about this point that Splendor is getting back with Eugene.
yeah, she trailed along behind him.
Yep.
Tooth is gonna show us the process. Wait, Tooth, do you like teeth?
Slowly looks back to to May. Why?
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Oh my gosh.
I have like teeth that do you accept teeth as payment? I don't know.
There's a small think before they go. Depends on the teeth, actually.
And I'm going to pull out my entire teeth collection.
These are all teeth from humanoids, right?
I have some were spider fangs.
Was Tally Two Shoes a human or was he an elf?
That
I
is
have
a
fully
good question.
forgotten. I think they were just classified as Reveler. So you know what? Hold on.
Because for some reason I had in my mind that he might be like a smarmy elf or half elf or something.
Yeah, elf.
So I have some elfin teeth. I have a human thigh bone. I have some were spider fangs, and I don't know. It just says 21 teeth, so I'm guessing those are my human ones.
Those are various human teeth.
Yeah.
The were spider fangs, I'll take as payment.
Perfect. Okay. And they're cool because you can do this. And she puts them like in her mouth. She's like, see?
Oh, that is wrong on so many levels. Ugh, okay. That's cool. How big do you think we can make this spike, Air? I know you're not helping, but you're in this now. You're an accomplice.
Thing was not unmuting. Sorry. I hit the button like 3 times and it wouldn't do anything.
No unmute for you.
Oh, you don't have the talking stick.
No. I'm not allowed to talk anymore.
While all of this is happening, and probably around the time that Splendor and Eugene come back, Fog is waking up from his daze of unconsciousness.
He's full of braids and spikes.
Yeah.
So Tooth looks to Splendor as if waiting.
What is the process?
They lift their hand up off of the wood, the mechanical hand, and it just kind of like collapses in and then slinks into the arm proper. And then you hear a bunch of like grinding noises, some things turning, some whirring sounds, and then out comes a tattooing kit, like a whole like needle. The like inkwells thing is already in there, and then they just lean back into their chair, kick their leg up onto the desk, pull their pant up so that you can see bare leg, and there's a bunch of tattoos and like of random small things, and they just start tattooing a small little like fang onto their ankle.
That's a little hot. Can I say that? Can I?
I think we're far enough away that calamity can just be awful.
No, May leans over and is like, no, it's hot.
Right. Oh, I guess we're a bit closer than I thought with our little fog log. That's okay. I'll say it with my full chest. That's fine.
It's hot. No, it's hot.
Yeah.
They're still braiding
to
now.
Tooth. Turns to Tooth. That's hot.
Thanks. You can see like there's not even like any kind of face of pain or anything. Like they are just fully tattooing a little fang onto their ankle, and that's it.
Yeah, that's attractive. Yeah, I'm gonna get one.
Oh boy. Well, even aside from the spectacle of actually bringing out her kit stuff, Splendor doesn't get worse. She seems to relax maybe a little bit, but she's still very faintly wary. And really, only her friends are probably going to notice that, because after her initial off-putting interaction, she's trying to hide it pretty well from the orc lady from Tooth. Because, you know, gotta be tough.
Mm-hmm. She then looks to May as like she's still like outlining a fang onto her leg. And she has paused and pulled the needle just off of her leg as she's talking. So something pink and fluffy. I
want a tooth. There's been a big bit of a theme. I feel like I have to.
You would like a tooth?
Yeah, a tooth, but like make it. Can we put sparkles and like? Yeah.
So tooth, but make it pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. Give me just a moment. And she like wipes some of the like excess ink and the now blood pooling on her ankle away, finishes off the fang, and then you watch her she takes a cloth off of her pouch or out of her pouch and doesn't wipe the instrument. She touches it to the instrument, and you watch as it cleans itself all the way through. It looks brand new.
Oh.
I kind of like a rag of prestidigitation. I kind of love that. That's kind of great.
And then she puts it back to the pouch. And you see that she changes up the inkwell. It's still black ink, as far as you can tell. And she looks to you and goes, "Okay, where do you want it?"
May's wearing long sleeves, so she's just gonna rip off one of her sleeves.
to rip off the sleeve. I like to imagine it's not a clean, fast rip either. May's like trying to be cool, but May's not strong, is she?
Yeah.
Actually, pretty strong.
She's pretty
Not gonna
strong.
lie. Yeah, her strength is 14, so she's not like super weak.
No, that's well above average human. So yeah, I you know what, you can.
Hell yeah. She's gonna rip both her sleeves off.
Sleeves are bullshit.
They are.
You see all my cultists in the background rip their sleeves.
Oh, absolutely.
At the same time.
Supermanly.
At the same
Yeah.
time. Just like
Except that they actually struggle at it.
There is a harmonious sound of sleeves being ripped off, well, almost layered, as some of them are struggling, some of them are getting it right at the right time. A bunch of people ripping the sleeves off all at once.
one guy can't do it, so he just tears his whole shirt in half. Yeah, you go, Paul. You go.
And then she goes, all right, sit down, and she gestures towards the chair.
Sweet. Yep, and it's gonna be on May's. Let's go. Right shoulder.
All right. You see, she starts tattooing. She does the outline first. And then as soon as the outline is done, and it does hurt, but it doesn't hurt as much as you would expect.
Yeah.
Even by like real life tattooing, this hurts less than it would normally. And as she finishes up the outline work, she pulls away, reaches into the pouch on her hip, and pulls out a different ink. This ink is, as far as you can tell, see-through. And she swaps them out, and she starts going again with a broader needle that has been swapped out as well, filling the tooth in, and you can now see that the tooth sparkles on the inside now. She puts it away. She takes that once again, like the magical ShamWow, touches it to the tattoo gun, and it cleans itself. Puts that away. The tattoo gun shrinks back into the arm. Hear a bunch of whirring sounds, and then a rectangular device comes out that has like a glass front. And she turns it on, and you see a purplish light come out. It is a black light. And to everybody who can see her shoulder, you see that it lights up the tooth. The tooth shines under a black light in a multitude of colors.
Oh.
Amazing.
Checking her work, she nods, wipes away any of the excess ink and blood off of May. The thing shrinks back in. She gets back out her hand, flexes the fingers a little bit, looks at May and goes, "The things?"
May hands them over. No problem. It was so worth it.
In spite of herself, Splendor is very intrigued.
May
like she's looking with interest.
May does that thing where you don't like actually acknowledge the tattoo, but you like kind of like every picture May just happens to take with her right shoulder facing.
Love
like
that
kind of energy.
And May.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's going to come up much, but from now on, anytime you go to bite something, you have +1 to hit on that.
I feel like that's something that would have happened eventually, even without this.
It's going to happen eventually, but I don't know how often it's going to happen.
Perfect. Yeah, this is going to happen.
Do you think I should? Air, fog, do you think?
Do you want to?
I don't know. I think it'd be a little bit funny to get one of these,
and I think she rifles through her various trinkets she's possibly pilfered from Rubes. And I don't like this rolling. This feels ominous. Can I assume that Calamity has managed to get her hands on like an expiration date tab once in her life?
Sure. At some point in your life, you've definitely had an expiration date tab. At some
we're
point.
pulling that out.
Yeah.
I'm just holding it out for reference. I think it'd be a little bit funny. I don't think you'd get the context, but this is hilarious, actually. Like, if you know me, this is really funny.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Fog just does a snort and just lays his ears back. It essentially, you, Calamity specifically, would probably pick up on this better than anybody. He is not amused, but there is slight amusement there.
It is a little fun. You can't pretend. Don't make that face. It's
Continues to make face.
it's a delightful bit of irony, don't you think?
Too ironic.
Yeah.
I try so hard.
I'm doing it mostly because I think Eugene's reaction would be really funny.
Looks to Eugene.
Eugene is just kind of standing next to like the desk and just looking at May's tattoo, like, oh, it's that's an odd choice of permanent marking, but I mean, it's very you.
Joining you, May. Here's what I'm gonna do. Making
That
sure this
definitely
is
made it more
shown.
interesting.
You do see that another reveler is also approaching the booth after having watched May get their tattoo.
Yeah.
And they start asking about the other options, and like they get a list of things. Like they do tongue splitting, they do implants for like horns and like ridges and bumps and such. They can even add additional body parts, although functionality might not be perfect.
The urge to get 8 arms.
just as
arms.
just a spite move.
I like the all arms. Very
What's
nice.
What's up, Arachne? Flexes.
It's like SpongeBob at that beach episode. He just pokes it and it deflates.
Anybody want to go to the juice bar?
As soon as, like, if the options are listed off verbally where she can hear them.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Splendor is just kind of, like, she closes her eyes. She's got her arms crossed. And when she inhales, it's a little bit rattly. She exhales from her mouth and very casually stops leaning against the desk and goes to stand someplace else.
Yeah, Eugene's just gonna shift, like, over, like, he's gonna do a little sidestep, like, until he's, like, next to Splendor, and he's just gonna put a hand on her shoulder.
She's going to put her hand on his face and very slowly push him away.
Okay.
I think May walks up. Splendor, look. Splendor, look.
It's shiny.
That's a tooth.
I've seen a lot of teeth. That's definitely one of them.
Flexes harder.
Calamity, while you're waiting, the person in front of you does end up on something. They wanted to get like V-line ridges going all the way up both arms. She looks to you and goes, what is it that you wanted? As they put like just a finger into the other person's face.
Immediate smug, to be perfectly fair. And then we just hold out the expiration date tab. Whatever you think it would be the most funny. I'm not really picky.
You wanting it tattooed onto you?
Yeah.
I'll be fast. You can wait. And she looks to the other person.
If there's any moment where like she is not directly looking,
yeah,
immediate stick of the tongue. Nah.
The person looks definitely upset about this. They don't walk away.
Right.
She turns and gestures towards the chair and goes, sit down.
All right.
Right, so you wanted this anywhere that'd be funny?
Yeah. I mean, I figure noticeable, but I'm pretty much in as little clothes as physically possible most of the time. So, like,
She taps her chin. The joke is like you're not supposed to be 8, right? Like something like that? Like that you're past your expiration for that?
Yeah, past my expiration date for that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. There's a lot of plasma punks around. I'm gonna put this on your neck.
Okay.
I appreciate the immediate understanding and no questions asked.
Yeah.
She's a professional.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And she gets right to work. She does the line work first, and then goes, did you want anything special about it, or you just want just the line work and the date and everything?
I don't think Calamity thought she would get this far.
What's the price if I do the latter and not the former?
I mean, if you just wanted the line work and stuff, that's going to be one red ticket. If you wanted me to add like sparkles or some extra coloration through it all, it's going to be 3 red tickets.
I think it's just fine as is.
All right, 1 red ticket.
Cool.
All right.
We'll hand that over.
All right. Versus any saves that would be anything trying to consume. You get to add +1 to any saves that involve something consuming you.
Okay, that's fun.
She now gestures towards the other person to come sit down, and they do.
I'm
so,
gonna
and she
watch
gets
if
to work
that's
on one.
okay. Yeah.
You know what, Jask? Eugene's gonna walk up next.
Oh no!
All right. So you see that she is currently in the process of inserting metal rods shaped in a V formation into this person's arm as you walk up to her.
Huh.
Nate is like watching over Tooth's shoulder for sure.
Fog's just been there the entire time since Calamity got her tattoo. Just staring.
So it's just Tooth doing her job and all of us just kind of staring at what she's doing.
Splendor has not moved, and she still has her eyes closed. Like, she could be facing off in the direction of Locke's trailer. She could be actually looking at nothing. Like, she is a statue.
If May sees that, which I'm assuming she probably looked over, she usually checks on Splendor pretty frequently. She'll go over and talk to Splendor, and you can do that whenever. We can do that now or after.
Yeah, we can do that. We can resolve that first. Also, by the way, in VC text, I've spoiled it for people that don't want to see it. It is what ridged body mod looks like.
It's like the lizard man, right?
Yeah, he's got a lot of bridge work done. Actually, I found one that's arm ridge work. So it'd be something like that, but more of like V's going into each other kind of thing. But May and Splendor, your scene first.
Okay. You're like, you all right? You don't look all right.
I'm great.
Your eyes are closed, Splendor.
I'm very tired.
Do you want to talk about this? Like, do you want to go outside or like walk around or something?
Wait, we are outside, aren't we?
Like outside of this area, like away.
Splitting up hasn't really done well for us in the past, so I think I'll stay. Thanks.
I mean, I feel like we'll be okay. We'll be like 10 feet away. It just seems like
no. Who's not okay? It's fine.
Hey, Splendor, maybe
Yes.
like I'm running this way. You have to follow me, and I'm gonna take off.
What? Mayworth! Splendor, the sucker, follows after.
Do I see this happening as well?
Yeah.
The other ones are just occupied with what's happening.
The
at
other
booth, right? Because Fog said that he left over to Calamity, so Air is by herself now. So I think
Yeah.
if she sees May just sprint and then Splendor like reluctantly chasing her, she's gonna just kind of waddle in that direction. Like, not like running to like catch up, but she's definitely like she's taking her time, just
Keeping
wanting to
an
keep
eye.
them. She wants to keep them within range, but Air has a high like insight. She knows that something is up with Splendor.
Yeah.
So
So giving them plenty of room where they could
Yeah,
talk without
I'm giving
overhearing,
them-
but keeping an
yeah.
eye on things.
yeah, definitely keeping an eye on, just because there has been a bit of a history. But not getting too close to like overhear.
Yeah. To be fair, May is not running far, just kind of where like away from whatever is going on, like that. Like she's not exactly sure what's making Splendor upset, but she knows something in this area is making Splendor upset, and so May is going to run to like a quiet kind of place if she can find one nearby. Maybe a place with like less people. If there's like fresh running water, that'd be great.
I feel like the Revelia is not really amenable to fresh running water and no people.
Yeah.
That was like a long shot, but maybe like not chaotic and maybe something to like drink.
So you find a soda fountain,
Perfect.
which is a
Oh.
full-on fountain that has a bunch of soda in it.
Lovely.
That works. Yeah, exactly. So May is gonna see that, beeline it to there, and when she gets there, she's just gonna freeze, like halt in her tracks.
Splendor probably almost runs over her because she's got such a long stride. Go, 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 go! Oh, hey, watch it. Could you maybe just run in circles in the area where everyone else is instead of off someplace?
I think this is a great place for both of us to be right now. In fact, why don't we just do something? Do you want to do something crazy? Do you want to do something wild and just take like deep breaths?
What? Mayworth, I breathe all the time. What?
Like no, like all your lungs, like.
She goes to reach out and take May's arm and squint at the tattoo like, okay, what did they put in here?
No, this is okay. So little secret. Whenever I would get like stage fright, whenever I couldn't like do something, or like whenever I got like really sad about something, this is stuff that would help, and I thought that would help you. I'm just saying.
I already told you, Jean, I'm not afraid. I'm not weak.
I didn't say that you were afraid. Do you think fear means you're weak? Is that what this is? You think being afraid means you're weak?
She gives May like just this incredulous look, like, yeah, the sky's blue, obviously.
Oh, I see. No. So, like, I think that, like, I mean, fear is like a natural feeling. Like, everyone feels fear.
She just, no, but I'm not afraid.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, like, if something brought back something that I was, that was really freaky in my past, I'd be afraid. And that'd be pretty normal, just saying.
She's still squinting at May, like she's trying. If it was anybody else, she probably would have started fuming at them, but May gets a little bit of extra wiggle room. I'm not afraid. I'm fine.
Okay. I didn't say that you were first, but I'm just saying in general, just saying, like, theory-wise, don't you think it would be even more brave if someone was, like, feeling fear and then did things anyway, or worked through that fear, or, like, acknowledged it? I think that would be, like, the most brave thing someone could do.
Something is you can't just rush into Mayworth.
Oh,
They happen,
yeah.
and you have to let them happen, and you can't fight back against them because that's just what's supposed to happen. But that's not
Well-
what's happening.
Yeah, no, there's a ton of stuff that, like, there's no control. And let me tell you, that is freaky stuff. Like, I'm gonna just end up on a shelf one day. My soul is gonna be bought up in a little bottle on a shelf. And I don't really have a whole lot of control of that.
Splendor looks genuinely hurt when she says that because obviously she wasn't there to have any input or say in it.
At the same time, it's not like there's nothing I can do about it now, so I just have to like work on accepting and working through it and dealing with it. But that's okay. I'm just saying.
That's not okay.
I'm all right with it. Everyone works through things differently, and we're just here to take deep breaths and drink some soda. Have some soda.
I don't want that.
Okay. I think like maybe we just take another deep breath. Can you please do that with me?
Fine. Let's go.
Okay.
Just like the fastest, most half-assed, yes, I took a breath, there you go.
All right. I think maybe you're not actually like trying.
I am trying just fine. Just stop. Whatever this is, just stop.
I mean, I'm getting a little. I don't know what this is, honestly. I thought this was helping. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm here for you. You know?
I appreciate that, but I don't need people for whatever you think this is.
Friendship.
I am as I am. I'm just.
Well,
Is this what I get for thinking too much?
I mean, Splendor, I don't know what you thought this was, but I thought this was like friendship.
Yeah, it's almost what I'm afraid of. Really. Not that I'm actually afraid. It's a figure of speech. Stop nodding, please. Stop.
I wasn't nodding. She was definitely nodding.
Look, if I drink some of this syrupy stuff, will you lay off?
If you admit that we're friends. If you're not afraid, you can just say it.
May, I'm not afraid, and we are friends.
I wasn't nodding, she says, while nodding.
May doesn't wants to hug Splendor so bad, but also doesn't want to ruin the fact that Splendor just admitted to them being friends. And it's gonna just vibrate.
Did you have too much of the syrup stuff?
I'm just excited because we're friends.
I mean, haven't we always?
Well, yeah, but you say you don't need people for things, and friends, they, by definition, need each other.
Well, now allies need each other. Friends are an extra. It's a different thing. It's complicated.
Well, friends show up for each other. I'm showing up for you, so friends.
Yeah. Yeah. Friends.
Vibrates.
You're good then. Are you gonna? If you run off in the other direction, I am going to grab you by your feet and throw you over my shoulder. I'm just warning you now.
You know, really, we were just waiting until they were done with whatever stuff they were doing at Toots. Because something was freaking you out there. Which is, not saying you were afraid. Didn't say that. Just saying something was freaking you out.
Look, I just don't have great memories around those kinds of people.
A-okay. A-okay. We'll never go back to Tooths again.
We have to get the others, so,
Well, you just stay here, and I'll go and grab them.
No, come on, let's go. And she goes to turn back around, and can she see Air? Because I know Air is out of earshot, but she's close enough to see them.
Yeah, I would assume that I'm like leaning against like a booth, a wall, anything that's just kind of like within eye shot but not in earshot, and just like keeping an eye on them to make sure they don't go too far.
Like Splendor goes to straighten up and turn on her heel. She kind of freezes when she sees Air. And from where she's standing, she straightens up and she's looking almost warily at Air because she still doesn't really know this woman.
That's fair.
Hey, as like they're walking towards Air, May leans over to Splendor and is like, "Hey, I'm not gonna tell any of the others, but if you ever like need to leave again, do you want to make a signal? And we'll like just like walk away for a little bit."
I see what you're trying to do, but they need me more than I need other things, so it won't happen again.
But if you're freaking out, you gotta take a break.
I'm not freaking out. Everything's great. Come on.
Okay, I was thinking a handshake of like a caw. If you want to do that, I'm just saying it's there.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. I did it here, and I didn't realize no one could see me, but I made a bird with my hands.
The May method acting. So, yeah, she was going to take a step. She froze when she saw Air, and now she's waiting. She's purposely making sure that May is in front of her when they go back.
Really quick, hot swap back over to the other group.
Yeah.
So the rest of you watch the process of implanting these.
Is heckling allowed for this? Like, is it a sport that I could? Is this a sport?
A sport.
It's not a sport.
I don't think this is a sport, Calamity. I think this is a service.
I've never really known what sport means, so...
Well, okay, so a sport is like a competitive, it's like two teams, and they get in a place, usually on a field, and they play some sort of game, and it's competitive because whoever wins usually gets prizes.
Oh, okay, so it's like a game.
Yeah.
Okay. But is this like a heckling? Like, am I allowed to heckle him?
I mean, that feels...
I'm not asking you.
She laughs, looks over her shoulder to Calamity, and goes, "Go for it."
Yeah, it can insert miscellaneous insults here. I don't know the gentleman enough.
But yeah, so it doesn't take her long. She's very quick and very skilled. And you did see, by the way, at the start of the process, as she was doing everything, and a bunch of movement went by, she looked at May taking off running, and then Splendor following after. You saw her clock that, and you see her stare for a little bit, and it looks almost like maybe a look of realization or excitement or something, and then she looks back and she goes and completes her work. Just as the others are like wrapping up their conversation, not quite working over here, but like where their conversation has paused is where this person has finished getting the work done on his arms, and he stands up, hands her the tickets that she asked for, and she looks to Eugene.
So I've never done this before, but back where I used to come from, or where I am from, the certain followers of my sect, they would get words tattooed on their sword arm, kind of like, bolstering. No, I always thought that was interesting.
All right. What words?
So Eugene's gonna take out a piece of paper from his scholar's pack and like set it on the desk, and using the pen and inkwell that is also in the scholar's pack, write the word warmth in Celestial and kind of spin it around and show it to her.
And she looks it over for a little bit. You watch her, like, she's staring at it, and she's like raising an eyebrow. She takes her mechanical arm off of the paper. It shrinks back into the arm, and out comes a magnifying glass kind of device, and she holds it over the paper, and you see through the magnifying glass the words shift and change into Orcish. I don't know if you understand Orcish.
I do not.
Okay, you just see it change. You recognize it as Orcish. And she nods and goes, all right. Yeah, I can do that easy. Anything specific you want done with it? Do you want it to be in black line art? Would you like...
No,
what do you want?
just on my arm. He pops off the bracer of his sword arm, so his left arm, and because Eugene's left-handed, and he just like pulls up the I think he's wearing chainmail. He pulls up the sleeve of his chainmail and kind of like folds it back on itself, and just points to his forearm. Just there. Just really simple. Doesn't have to be anything.
I think you should make it like puke green. I think that'd be great for you.
I was actually thinking, I do have an ink that would work really good for this. It's not black. Would you want color?
I mean, it's just for me. So I mean, yeah, that's how much is it for the color?
It's like 2 red tickets. If it's just line work color.
Eugene nods. Yeah, okay. Artist, art.
Mm-hmm. She takes the black inkwell out, and out of the pouch comes. It literally looks like the colors of the sunset in the liquid form. That she connects to the tattoo needle. And she begins tattooing that, and then we're gonna flop back over to the others.
Okay.
You guys are now passing by Air.
Okay. As they're passing by, Air still has her mask on, which is just featureless with 2 like little slits for eyes, and she just kind of nods towards them and says, "Don't stray too far, you two. Strength and safety in numbers, yeah?" And as she's speaking, you can see just on the inside of her cloak, her hand is on the shaft of her scythe and has been basically at the ready to fight if someone was going to attack them. She's been playing lookout for this.
Splinter misinterprets this. Like, she...
As I expected.
Yeah, she clenches a fist, and she looks into the mask like she can't, but it feels like she's looking right into it at Air. It's like, yeah, that's why we went together.
She doesn't say anything else, and just...
Feels really tense. It feels tense. Yeah, I think maybe we all go back.
Well, Splinter doesn't stop. She keeps going.
Splendor. Okay. Alright. Follows.
Yeah, Air will loosen her grip on her scythe and... Actually, no, she'll keep it. And wait maybe 5 to 10 seconds before following after them. Still giving them their space.
May is going to awkwardly break out into like personal anecdotes to try to cut the tension. She's gonna be like, one time I was drinking with like an elf and a goblin, and
I love that Air has like, she has the purest intentions, but the way she phrases
off so,
the way she phrases things like don't stray too far, there's safety in numbers, and she's here literally looking like she's ready to like
don't scythe ready to kill them.
Don't worry, guys, I'll take care of you.
It's under her cloak too, so it's like subtle,
but she's so well-meaning. She wants to keep everyone together because she knows what happens, and she's feeling very distant from everyone, especially after a recent thing that just happened with Fog. So she's trying to keep everyone in her line of sight without stepping into the already pre-made relationships that are already in this group. And it's making her come off real creepy.
Yep.
And I love it.
I think May probably turns to Air and is like, "You're kind of creepy."
It's the look that you get from Splendor every time she tries to reach out is the same as if like when your waiter says enjoy your food and you say you too. If they looked back at you, that would be the look she's getting.
I think Air hearing Mason is a little creepy. She probably laughs, like a genuine laugh, and just nods and says, "I've heard that many times."
Splendor, I don't think she's gonna kill us. I think we're good.
Kill what?
Well, because of the creepy stored thing, and the threatening words, and the vibe.
Air kind of just like stumbles a little bit in her like walking a bit before kind of catching herself, and looks down at like her dark armor, this cloak of feathers, the fact that she wears a scythe on her, like she's putting some things together in her head.
Were you not trying to like? Was that not what you were trying to do?
Why would I?
I don't know.
I don't know what your intentions are, but do know that I will very gratefully demonstrate the consequences.
All right.
May's gonna turn to Air at once Splendor walks away and is like, "She's actually really sweet."
Splendor walking away, looking like she's probably gonna murder somebody.
Oh, he don't buy it.
Air kind of leans in and says, "I know, I can tell." She takes her mask and kind of like puts it up a little bit, and she's just smiling this like almost kind of chaotic kind of like she kind of wants to push Splendor's buttons a bit. Just a little bit. But she's aware that something is up and has seen how Splendor has been towards the group. She knows. She's seen enough in her life.
Oh, does she? Are you sure she doesn't need a demonstration?
Believe me, it's not the first time she's been punched. It's fine, I can just heal myself.
If there's ever an awkward silence on the way home or on the way back to the group, May just starts yelling out like, "Did I ever tell you how I found out I have 3 kneecaps?" And like,
where's the third one?
Not where you'd expect.
I didn't expect it at all, so.
Oh God.
First off, love that. Secondly, going over to everyone else, as the other group arrives, you see Tooth like glance over towards them as like the movement catches their eye again, and then they fully stop tattooing Eugene, get up and shift their chair. Splendor, your view of the work being done is obscured by their body now. They have moved so that they are obscuring like direct line of sight with the actual tattoo work. You can see Eugene's face, you can see the rest of his body, you just can't see like where she's working on right now. She's making a conscious effort to try and keep it out of view of you.
Does it sound like it did when she was working on May? Like, can I hear the buzz and everything? Okay.
Yeah, you hear the buzz, nothing. It looks like she's clocked, like you get the feeling she's clocked something. Your reactions to what she's said and done. And she's realized that you don't like it.
As soon as she goes to block Eugene, like noticeably, Splendor picks up her pace and then kind of slows down as she gets closer and realizes that it seems like the same situation as May, so it's probably fine.
Yeah.
So, how much do I have to, like, then, like, a slight lower of the voice? So, like, how much would I have to, like, pay you in advance for just, like, randomly sprinkle it in there to just mess up somebody's request? I think it'd be funny, and I'm a little bit of an agent of chaos, if you couldn't tell.
She snorts and shakes her head and goes, I don't. Unfortunately, no.
Ah!
Everything I do has to have consent.
Okay, but what if they, like, super were the worst?
No hesitation, she still shakes her head.
Fine. Just, like, deflates physically. And now she's bored, so she's gonna go walk away over to Splendor.
Eugene.
Yes.
So, yours is done rather quick.
Mm-hmm.
And give me some time to think on your effect, but you will be getting one.
Oh, you Gucci, big dog. I mean, you can
Yeah.
whatever you want.
His smiles are extra shiny and charismatic.
Bing. But yeah, that's actually a thing in Pelorian Paladin lore. They get like scripture words tattooed on their sword arms as like.
Actually, I think I've already figured it out.
Okay.
For every 10, or every time you take 10 points of fire or more, for every 10 you take one less.
Cool.
But it has to be all at once. So if you take like 5 points from one attack and then 7 points from another, you still take the full.
Okay. But yeah, Eugene kind of looks at it and goes, huh. It's interesting.
And it is like, it looks like the colors of the sunset. And as you shift your arm to look at it and like the different lights, the colors shift.
Oh, that's really... Wow. And where'd you learn to do this?
Taught myself.
Huh. Well, that's kind of fantastic.
Thanks.
And Eugene's gonna roll his sleeve back down and clasp his bracer on his arm again.
For all of her fidgeting and stuff, Splendor doesn't really seem to react over much to the tattoo part of this anyway.
Yeah. She just knows that something made Splendor uncomfortable. She doesn't know what it is. She's not all knowing. Right. She just knows Splendor was uncomfortable.
Well, you know, if it's not Eugene, somebody's gotta.
She stands up, looks around. Does it look like anybody else wants to approach her for tattoos?
Fog was just sitting there watching it be done. He was just very interested in it.
Or other modifications of any sort. All right. She then starts walking towards Splendor as her hand like shrinks back, or as her tattoo gun hand shrinks back in, and like her normal hand comes.
Splendor straightens up a little bit. Like, you know, somebody's about to ask you a question or something. She's bracing herself.
Yep. You okay?
I'd be better if people stopped asking me that.
Stop making it obvious.
She bristles a little bit. If there was a problem, I would take care of it.
She shrugs, goes back to her desk, and sits down at the other side.
Do we have anything else we need to do? Do I have any jobs I haven't finished? I don't think I do.
Weren't we doing... We were in the middle of something.
Were we?
Well, we gave Locke the stick. I don't know what the next thing was.
Yeah, we always get distracted with something, so.
Yeah, what is our goal now?
Like, there's just
around and find out?
lost every, like, 24 hours. Well, what were we?
Well, you know, we could always go see our friends.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever we're doing, As long as we're stretching our legs, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe get something to eat.
We can go sell my candies.
I was gonna ask though, Jess, do you want to call it there because we're edging in
think
on the
so.
3-hour mark? Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, we shall see what lies in store for us on the next installment of Heckna. But I would like to thank all of you for coming out. I would like to thank all of you who gave Bissa subs. I would like to thank the cast for being here
No.
after such a long time. Beep, we appreciate you. Take the comment and seethe.
You're a hiss bark.
Seethe, mauled, cope. Anyway, like I said, thank all of you for coming out. Thank the cast for coming out. Thanks to W and Player One for giving me money sometimes. Thank you, Twitch, for giving me money sometimes. Thank you, Daddy Bezos, for giving me money sometimes. I appreciate all of you who give
I'm
me money.
actually going to kill you.
What?
Bezos deserves nothing. I'll
What?
say it with my full chest.
I'll give him a thank you.
No.
He
Sometimes.
deserves nothing.
No.
I will thank him with, like, death.
Yeah.
All right. And with that, from Hell's Heart, I stab at thee, Jeff Bezos. All right. Bye, guys.
Eat the rich.